So it's time to build. The first thing that we're going to install is our CPU into our 570X ASUS Tough Gaming motherboard. And the CPU is, of course, AMD Ryzen 5 5600X, the latest and greatest. I washed my hands. I haven't done this in forever, but we're gonna give it a shot. And I'm almost certain I'm gonna have to remove these brackets for my power source, for my fan. I keep misquoting and mispronouncing things, but this is for the RAM, and these are the two slots that we're gonna be using. So I just open those up, and there's a little description here. B1, B2, B2, yeah, so that's the ones. Anyway, so to put in the CPU, you open up the little tab there, and the whole plate kind of shifts a little bit. And most important, from what I gather, is you should not be touching the pins, the top, or anything. You just kind of grab it from the sides, just like so. And gotta be very careful with this baby. Gotta be very careful. And there's a little golden triangle there, which we line up with this triangle there. So, yep, there it is. So we just carefully place it on here, and it fell right on. Beautiful. And now I just clip the thing back down. It took zero effort. I just had to carefully place it on there. Following is the little cooler we got here. So indeed, I'm gonna have to remove all of those screws, and this is the thermal paste already pre-applied, so that's something you definitely do not touch. Here we go. I'm gonna hold on to all this hardware for later, in case I need to, in case I'm gonna be upgrading and using a different cooler. So we just carefully, and I have a magnetic screwdriver that's also a ratchet, but obviously any screwdriver will work as long as it's small enough. Here we go. These come out pretty easy, pretty simple. None of this should be forced or any of that. There we go. Beautiful. Remove these two brackets. Set these aside. We'll save them for later. Put all this away. Next, there is a logo right here, AMD logo, that you want to make sure, because the card is going to go like this. So this is going to be pointing up in the vertical case. So I want to make sure my AMD logo goes this way. So I'm going to install it like this. This is going to be the way to put this on. And you just gently lower it, and at which point you screw it in. Not too much, just a little bit. Tight. Tight. All right, so now that all of these have been tightened, this goes to the cooling fan, which I imagine is one of these here. So we're going to line up the little pins with the boom. So that is pretty good. Sure, why not? Could probably go over here, but we're gonna stick it right there. So far, so good. So next, we're going to install our little SSD drive, which is right here, this guy. So this is a pretty common size. So, but just to double check, just because I'm a noob, it goes like that, boom. So it's gonna be the third hole. And this little standoff, little pen comes with the Wait, let me double check. Boom, third pin right there. So this goes in here, and you can just finger tighten it because this is not going to go anywhere. Boom. There we go. There we go. Nice. And it comes with these two little teeny bolts. So we're going to take the ram, and it can only go one way. You can kind of see it right there. Boom. Slide it in. And then we take our little screwdriver, a little magnetic screwdriver, which makes things easier. Push this thing down and gently screw it down. Not too tight. It's not going anywhere. Good. Next, we're gonna do RAM. We got two 16 gigabyte DDR4 3600s from Ripjaw, and you can only install them one way. This hasn't changed in a while, and I'm using these two gray ports as per the motherboard instructions. And now I just slide it down, just like so. Push it down, and then clip it into place. Seems pretty straightforward. So do the same with that other stick. The port is open. We just slide it through. Give it a good push, and then clip it in. Boom, RAM is installed. Next, we're actually going to install this into the case. Yeah, so I'm gonna get the power supply. I'm gonna connect all the cables to the power supply, get the power supply ready for the case, and then we put this in. All right, the power supply. We got the EVGA Supernova 850 GA, and it has the EcoBoost, as we call it. So this switch right there, I'm definitely gonna turn it on because that's what I want. And let's see what cables we're gonna need. We're only gonna need a few, even though this case comes with entirely too many. So let's pull all of them out and see what we need. And also let's pull out the little screws to install it. So put this over here for now. Get my coffee out of the way. Let's see. So we got all that. So one of the cables that we are 100% going to need is the CPU. Then we're also going to need, we got the power cord, obviously, and I'm going to use the new one. And then we got this one right here. This is the main 24 pin main power. So here we go. This goes into the motherboard, and I'm gonna make sure it's all straightened out for now because it's been in the box for a minute. So this will go, the notches go up. So this goes in here. Come on, baby. Boom. This goes in here. Boom. All right. Next, we're gonna need some SATA cables. And which ones are these? These are, I think this is for the video. This is also for the video. Let's see. This is for the, what's the video? How many video ones do we have here? What is this one for? We're gonna have to look that up. CPU. So which one goes into the GA? So yes, so this goes in here. They're clearly marked. I'm gonna go into CPU 1. Boom. As far as hard drives go, I am actually going to have quite a few. So we got peripheral. Think I will need these. So let me make sure I understand what each of these cables are before I get all hype. So then we got, what is this? Another VGA. Geez, we got a lot of video cables here. And this is the hard drive, right? This is the SATA. Am I correct? Yes. So definitely gonna need one of these for the hard drives. I'm actually gonna need a few. So this is what we got, like 3 hard drives on here. Is that how it works? I believe so. So we're gonna plug this in to SATA 1. And then we got another SATA cable, right? Yeah. And then we got another SATA cable. I'm not 100% sure how many of these I will need. I'm definitely gonna have 3 hard drives. So that's 1, 2, 3, correct? That's all I really need. This will be for 4, 5, 6, and then 7, 8, 9. So I think I'm going to pass on these for now. And if anything, I know where to go to get one. So these we will set aside for now. And this right here is another CPU. All right, so just to be safe, we will plug in the second one, which is probably not necessary because I do have 6 pins on the board. So we'll take a look at that. All right, for our video card, we only need 8 pins. So we're going to take one of these, and this end goes into the power supply. And we just plug it in to the right side here. All right, so at this point, I think this might be it. This piece right here, we are not 100% sure what it's for yet. So we'll check it out. So yeah, this is all the cables we will need. And obviously this looks unruly and wild right now, but that's okay. So let's set this aside and move on to the next task. All right, for our next task, we're gonna be working with the case here. So first thing we do is we remove this beautiful glass. I have not removed it yet, so I actually have no idea how it goes off. So I'm guessing like that. Next, we're going to turn this baby around and open up the back. Beautiful. All right, out back here, we're gonna find all sorts of stuff, all sorts of little plugs and whatnot. So let's not fret, let's just go in. So this, we got front panel, a little, I'm guessing fan. Yep, that's a fan. And this is a fan as well. So we got 2 fans. We got HD audio. And then this right here is a SATA drive. Or no, this is a, let's see where it goes. Goes up this way, that way. There's got to be a USB-C. I don't think I have this connection on my motherboard. And this right here is just USB 3. So yeah, that's great. Okay. With our box, with our case here, we actually got this little container that includes a few things, I would imagine. Let's see. So we got a manual. Beautiful, useful. This box we set aside. And then we got a couple of zip ties. And then we also got this awkward splitter. I'm guessing that's for the top here, for whatever. And a ton of zip ties. Good Lord, a lot. And we got some little hardware, little extras. This is to mount the actual motherboard. Beautiful. So we're not going to worry about any of these zip ties at this moment because we are far from making this thing neat. All right, first step that we're going to do before we plop our motherboard in there, we check that there's 8 offsets. So we got, yep, we got all of them here. So this is set up for our motherboard already. And at this point, I'm actually not installing the hard drives because I need to finish setting up my other system to be moved over. So we're not going to be installing these hard drives today. We got this motherboard, face shield, you know, input output plate, and let's just tear this thing open. Yes, beautiful. There it is. Let's make sure we install it the correct way. So the correct way would be like so. Just to double check. Yeah, everything is facing right. All right, now we just push this from the back side to the front, just like so. And you're supposed to click it into each corner. And boom, that was a lot less painless than people make it seem sometimes describing that process. All right, next step is putting in the motherboard. Ba-ba. And I don't have a front panel a fan at this point, so you know we're gonna add it later on. Beautiful. Let's do it. Are we ready? Are we ready to install the motherboard? Yes, we are. Actually, before I install the motherboard, I'm going to install the power supply. Here we go. We're going to turn this around, just like so, and take our power supply. You gotta make sure that when installing the power supply, you have to make sure that the fan is pointing down. So this thing is actually going like this, at which point we line it up. It seems like awful a lot of cables, and we just plop it down like so. And we got our, make sure we move everything around. There we go. And we line up our little 4 holes and tighten her in. These little bolts come with the power supply, obviously. All right, come on, baby. Get in there. All these guys can go down there. That's totally okay. So we're going to make sure everything lines up beautifully. And put them one at a time in the cross thread, not cross thread, but you know, you basically tighten this like you would tighten anything on your motorcycle, car, whatever. You do them diagonally first, then you put them on the sides. Oh, I forgot I have a ratchet screwdriver. How about that? Well, the power supply is definitely not moving, so that's good. All right, just to confirm our work. Good. Good. This thing is not going anywhere. Beautiful thing. All right, so all of these power tanks, so actually all of these, all these innumerous cables. I'm going to set this aside. I don't think I'm pinching the cables too hard. I think it's going to be all right. So next, we install the motherboard. Here it is. the one and only. We're going to regrip it so that way we have a better grasp on the situation, and gently hold it by as little as possible. We're going to gently slide it in to make sure it lines up with the post in the middle, as well as all the peripherals here. So it seems like it did line up. There's a little notch right there in the center, and yeah, seems like all the holes are good. So this is when we take our 8 motherboard screws, and I guess I can probably utilize my magnetic screwdriver here. Boom. And there's no stickers on these, so some motherboards come with stickers for protection and whatnot, but not this one. So this is the 7th one, and this is the 8th. These are such gentle little screws that I'm actually like concerned that like they're not the right ones, but there certainly are. There certainly are. All right, so that is that. We have installed our motherboard. Now, we put it on the side, making sure that the motherboard is not falling out. Nope. I don't know why I'm so concerned with that. Okay, now it's the fun part. Now is the cable management, which is something I know nothing about. So first will be the fattest cable of all, the motherboard power thingy. So we're gonna feed it through here, just like so. Perhaps it goes into this channel. I'm not 100% sure yet, but we'll put it right here for now. Now we turn the case around, and there's only one way it can go. And which way is that? That's the clip, so it can go only this way. Let's see. Let's make sure we don't bend it too much. Come on, baby. Just like so. Get in there. Line it up straight. All right. It clicked. It's in there. Not bad, not bad. So at this point, our cable management is already a mess. So then we can do the easy stuff like USB 3. So I'm just gonna go like this. Boom. And then we have these. So we got HD audio, which will also go through here. This CPU fan will actually go over here. Boom. Because these two CPU fans will head out right here. Both of these guys. And they will plug in into, so the second one goes through here as well. And it's also a 3-pin. So we'll just plug it in right next to it. And this guy will go right here for now. It's a 4-pinner. So front panel is this right here, and guys actually line up gonna have to see where the front panel is. Front panel audio 16 over here. So that's, where is it? Where's my little HD audio? Oh, right there. HD audio. So this guy here will actually come out from the bottom, from here. Because where was it? 16. It's all the way to the right. So that's actually gonna go here. And one pin is missing, just like that. So why am I doing it this way? So now we're gonna plug it in here. All right. Boom. That's our audio. Then, as far as front panel goes, these guys here. So we actually take these and then we will put it from underneath here, and we plug in this situation right here, just like so. Boom. And these guys will go God knows where. I would imagine somewhere down here. We're gonna have to figure out the order and which way they go, because I'm not 100% sure here. So that's one of the things we still need to do. So let's get these cables out of the way and lay this thing on the side, so the way I can actually see which way these go, because at this point I have no clue. So let's see, front panel 13. So we go to page 13, boom, and here we go. All right, system panel connectors. So I knew cable management was going to be the biggest pain in the butt of this whole build, and that is certainly true. So now we have some CPU, some VGA, and some other cables. So VGA card we haven't installed yet, or I mean GPU card. And this is for the power for the PC. So this guy right here, we will route up and over. Is that possible to plop it somewhere right here? Is that something that's realistic or no? Yes, it is. So at this point, we just take the 6-pin and do that. It's gonna be cabled through here like that, and then I believe we're gonna need another one with 2 and 2. So we're only gonna use one of these. So let's route them up this way once again, plop them out of the crack here, and there we are. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. You probably cannot see anything that I'm doing, but that is okay. You're just gonna have to trust me. So all these things will get tied away eventually. So this is SATA. This I'm actually gonna tuck back in because we are not gonna use it at this point. We're actually gonna use it when I install the hard drive. And this is something that we're gonna have to tuck through as well. These are for the video card. I'm trying to think where would be the best place to push these through, and this might be it. So I'm gonna go through here, just like so, nice and gentle. Don't want to hurt any pins in unrelated places. So there we go. There we go. It's a bit of a mess back here, but c'est la vie. C'est la vie. I feel like for a first build, I am trying my best here. Trying my damn hardest. So we're gonna have to plug in these two CPU cables. There's one of them in. I think we're looking pretty good. And then we're gonna do one more. Having one hell of a time. I think I installed the wrong one first. So that's why this is turning to be a tight situation. You can already see the comments telling me how I am the worst PC builder ever. That's why you will not see this part. There we go. All right. So one of the last few fun tasks, which I actually did not install in the proper order, I guess, because the video card could have been in a while ago. So we remove this little backing plate, so just like that. Then we're going to remove two slots on the back of the case for our GPU. There we go. There we go. So both of these guys come out, I believe. Perhaps not. Who knows? Next step in our fun little building vlog, because this is far from a how-to at this point. This is just me going at it. We got our video card. Oh my god, I gotta stop savaging things. Then we got this 8-pin connector, which in case I don't have, what is this? CPU. Oh boy. So, silly me. I realized that once I move this fan out of the way, it's so easy to put it in the power supply cables. And I also realized that, like an amateur, I plugged in the wrong cables. This right here is actually for my video card and does not belong anywhere near here. So we will actually pull it out. So this one goes out and this one will go. So this is the one that we need up here. Just like so. This is the one that we need up here. And this is the one that will go down to the video card. And it will definitely go through down here. Just like so. Come on, baby, get in there. Beautiful. Beautiful. Just like so. So this cable is ready. Let's plop in those power supply, CPU cables. So it's two of these guys. And I believe they click together somehow. Is that correct? No, they do not. So they just go next to each other, just like so. Next to each other they go. Let's see, let me make sure I do it in the least crazy way possible, so that way there's not like a... There we go. And one more. Come on, baby, get in there. There we go. Next comes finally our video card. And this thing is an absolute beast, an absolute monster. So in this case, we just literally flop it in here. There we go. Set right in. I realized I pulled out the wrong pieces. So do I take it back out? All right, so we take this one out. This one goes back in. Now I take the GPU one more time and line it up. Boom. Beautiful. Now we take our little screw here and tighten it down. Boom. Beautiful. Next, we got this plate, a little retaining plate of sorts. I completely forgot which way it goes. I believe it goes this way. I like it. So we just pop it on and tighten it up. 1, 2. I don't even need to tighten it with a screwdriver, but just a little touch can't hurt. Next, we got the power for our GPU. So we'll line these up. This goes onto here. There's only one way it can go. Boom. And then this goes onto here. Also, only one way it can go. This is the way. I don't know why everything takes me an extra second. I mean, I know why, because it's my first build. So, supposedly, at this point, our build is complete. That is what I'm supposed to believe here. And this, I could probably remove. Do not throw away. I don't know. We'll see. So, all right. Look at this mess in the back here. Look at this mess. So these are for my hard drives. All of that. I just don't want to tighten up any of these cables just yet before I know for a fact that everything actually works. Because otherwise it would be a sad state of affairs to, you know, unwrap everything. But honestly, I'll be able to just tuck all this in here, just like that. All right, so the next step is to plug it in, see if it boots, cross my fingers, and see if I get it to BIOS. Wish me luck.